Are you frustrated with your slow progress to Spanish fluency? Have you downloaded every app you could find, but you still feel like you're spinning your wheels when it comes to actually reaching fluency? When you join the Spanish con Salsa Fluency Club, you'll gain the confidence to speak Spanish with native speakers in your first 90 days. You'll learn Spanish with fun, music-based lessons, get comfortable speaking the language with weekly group conversation practice facilitated by our team of friendly language coaches, and receive the support you need to make progress each and every week. Join us and start speaking Spanish with confidence. For more information, go to SpanishConSalsa.com/join. That's SpanishConSalsa.com/join. Doors close this Sunday, January 30th. Are you frustrated with your slow progress to Spanish fluency? Have you downloaded every app you could find, but you still feel like you're spinning your wheels when it comes to actually reaching fluency? When you join the Spanish con Salsa Fluency Club, you'll gain the confidence to speak Spanish with native speakers in your first 90 days. You'll learn Spanish with fun, music-based lessons, get comfortable speaking the language with weekly group conversation practice facilitated by our team of friendly language coaches, and receive the support you need to make progress each and every week. Join us and start speaking Spanish with confidence. For more information, go to SpanishConSalsa.com/join. That's SpanishConSalsa.com/join. Doors close this Sunday, January 30th. Hola, queridos oyentes. Feliz sábado. Happy Saturday. As you know, this week has been a little bit different for the Learn Spanish con Salsa podcast because we have been celebrating the achievements of the members of our Spanish con Salsa Fluency Club. And today I wanted to share stories from some of our newest members, and I wanted you to hear from them in their own words, what they've gotten out of the membership in even just a short amount of time. And as you know, if you're on our email list, you're aware that we are accepting new members into the Spanish con Salsa Fluency Club this week only. And in fact, if you're listening to this on Saturday, you've got 24 hours left. It's down to the wire, just one more day. So if you've been thinking about what you really need over the next 90 days to get you moving forward, to get you speaking more Spanish, to get you speaking more fluidly, check out SpanishConSalsa.com/join, see what we have to offer, and see if it's a fit for you. After the doors close tomorrow, we will not be accepting new members again until at least the fall. So if you're interested in making improvements this spring and this summer, now is the time to sign up. Now is the time to join. So again, check it out at SpanishConSalsa.com/join. Now I want to get to some of the stories from our newest members of the community, and I want you to hear from them what they've been able to do in even just a short time being members of our community.
Hola, me llamo Sunny, soy miembro de Spanish con Salsa. Hi, my name is Sunny. I'm a member of Spanish con Salsa. I have never done a testimonial for anything before, but I have had such a great experience with Spanish con Salsa. I've not really been using apps as much because Spanish con Salsa has so much that it offers. I feel like one of the biggest things that it has helped me overcome, and in a gradual way, in a fun way, is being more comfortable speaking Spanish out loud to native speakers, not knowing every single Spanish word. Not worrying as much about if I've got my grammar right or if they're going to look at me funny. It has been such a pleasure being a member. I really love the group classes. I love the teachers. They are so kind. The native speakers, they correct you in gentle ways. And this is so much more than just an app. There's a lot of support and there's a personal touch that I feel you cannot get anywhere else on the internet or If you can, it's really kind of hard to find, and I feel really lucky that I've been able to find Spanish con Salsa. I've been trying to learn Spanish for a little over a year and a half. It was getting redundant. I was getting stuck. I am no longer bored. I'm excited for every class. I am learning more about how native speakers actually speak to each other. And I find that Spanish con Salsa has been worth my time, my effort, and I cannot thank Tamara for what she's created here. And I hope to continue to learn more, and I hope to continue to interact with the others in my classes and the teachers.
Saludos. My name is Corey, and I'm a member of Spanish con Salsa. I've been a member for almost a year now, and I have grown in my confidence in trying to speak Spanish. That was one of the big things that was a problem for me, is not being confident or feeling like I can speak it in a way that can be understood. What I appreciate about the group, that not only is it friendly, but it's inviting and actually empowering. With the resources that's available and the coaching that's part of the group, it's really helped me to get over some of the humps that I kind of get in when it comes to learning a different language. So if you're considering Spanish con Salsa, I highly recommend it, because it's really an investment in yourself, and it's done in a way that's fun, that's non-threatening, and really causes higher with some great accountability. So consider Spanish con Salsa. It's working for me. I'm sure it can work for you. Adios.
Hola, everybody. My name is Beverly, and I'm a member of Spanish con Salsa. Spanish con Salsa is a program that uses music to teach Spanish. I am a retired math teacher, and I have also used music to teach mathematics. My story goes back about 25 years ago. At that time, rap music was just becoming popular, and many of my students hated mathematics and were struggling. I was teaching geometry at the time, and they could not remember their theorems. However, I started noticing that they knew every single word to all the popular rap songs. So what I did, I made up rap songs to geometry theorems. What happened? My students started excelling. Many people picked up on my approach, and it was noticed. So therefore, I had received, I'm reluctant to say it, but it's true, but I had received the Outstanding Mathematics Teacher Award in the country by the Disney Channel. I was asked to appear and present on the Oprah Winfrey Show. There was a segment done about me on Dateline NBC, as well as there were several articles about me and how I used this approach in the New York Times. Why did I tell you this? Because although there are many, many studies that talk about the effectiveness of music and memory, I can tell you firsthand that it does work. Spanish con Salsa is the total package. There are lessons on pronunciation, grammar. You have group classes, private tutoring classes, lessons about the culture. It's excellent. One of the main things that I like about it is that you find yourself studying even when you don't want to study. You find yourself, because you find yourself repeating the lyrics, and because of that, it makes it fun. You're learning complex sentence structures and grammar all the time. There are many programs out there right now for Spanish. However, if you want a program that's going to be enjoyable and will help you to learn quickly, try Spanish con Salsa. Trust me, you won't regret it. Ciao, adios.
Hola, mi nombre es Pedro y me gusta mucho el curso llamado Spanish con Salsa. And I'll tell you why I like Spanish con Salsa. It's because they get you speaking with real native Spanish speakers right away. Yeah, All the other online courses also have grammar and vocabulary and, other lessons. But only Spanish con Salsa has a really, really easy way to get speaking with other people. And after all, isn't that what it's all about? So I highly recommend it. And if I can do it, you can do it, because I had no Spanish before this.
Gracias, Pedro, Beverly, Corey, y Sunny. Thank you guys so much for sharing your experience, and I hope that you all have been inspired by what you've heard. As you can hear, we have members with all sorts of backgrounds, some that have Spanish-speaking partners, some that are just starting out as beginners, some that are retired, some that are just starting out in their journey, some who have taken college courses. It really does run the gamut. But the one thing all of our members have in common is a desire to communicate in Spanish, connect with each other, and connect with the culture. And that's what we get to do each and every week, and I'm there to support you. So I really do hope that if you're on the fence and you're thinking about it, that you do decide to try it out this time around and join us so that you won't let another season go by where you haven't made the improvements that you want to see in your ability to speak Spanish. That is it next week of the podcast. I am super excited because I'm bringing you an interview with Leila Cobo, who is the Vice President of Latin Music at Billboard. And she recently wrote a book called Decoding Despacito, where she talks about some of the more interesting stories behind the most popular songs in Latin music of the past 50 years. So you do not want to miss this episode. There's so many songs that she talks about, from Shakira to Juan Luis Guerra. She talks a lot about bachata, about salsa, Mark Anthony. It's just, it was a great conversation. I'm super excited to share with you. So make sure you tune in next Tuesday for the next episode of the Learn Spanish con Salsa podcast. Hasta entonces.